Hello, Amy.
Hi, how are you, Ange?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you.
That's good. Thanks for coming to see me today. Thank you for filling out your questionnaire. Excellent preparation. We'll just go through a few things first, which you've done, which is the presenting, so why you've come to see me today.
Yeah.
So you want a nutrition plan that supports your work and exercise demands and can be implemented easily into your busy schedule. Can you elaborate on that a little bit for me?
I find it easier to adhere to things when I understand it and I know it, and I have it down pat, rather than guessing at what should I be doing. It becomes too hard and I don't do it.
Structure.
Yep.
Okay, we can do that, definitely. How are your energy levels at the moment?
Exhausted still. Yeah.
Okay. And how long have you been feeling like that for?
Probably at least 6 weeks.
Okay. And do they fluctuate between really, really low and low, or low and high?
I'd probably say low and really low.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So 1 to 2 out of 10?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So your energy levels, what do you think this could be as a result of? Do you know?
No, I don't, and I think that's part of the issue. I think I could be eating better, more nutritionally, but I don't think that's the whole story.
Okay. So part nutrition. And who else are you seeing anyone else?
Yeah, so I've seen the doctor and had a referral to a dietitian.
Okay. And have you managed to see the dietitian?
Yes.
Okay, and how did that go?
So she just spoke a lot about, first of all, making sure my gluten, that I wasn't inadvertently eating gluten, because she said that can be a major contributor to tiredness.
Okay.
If I'm inadvertently eating gluten.
Now I know you are gluten intolerant. What are your symptoms when you do ingest gluten?
So I'm feeling really tired.
Okay.
Bloating. They're probably the main two that I recognise.
Gas?
Yes.
Is your stomach uncomfortable?
Some days, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long does that last for?
Usually sort of 24, 36 hours post ingestion.
Okay. All right. We'll come back to your gluten intolerance. So your goals today are to get fitter and tone up.
Yep.
So just breaking those down a little bit, do you mean, when you say get fitter, do you have something in mind that you are measuring your fitness off?
So I've been doing a lot of running, and I think I would like a little bit more cross training, so strength and flexibility.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything you're training for at the moment?
No, nothing specific.
Okay. All right, and to tone up, what do you mean by tone up?
Better muscle definition.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can do that. That's easy. And you want to be less stressed, have more energy, and be more relaxed.
Yes. Not too much to achieve.
Not too much.
Yeah.
No, we can do that. Yeah. So in 6 months, you want to be toned up and be less stressed. So everything's working together.
Yeah.
How are your stress levels at the moment? We've talked about your energy levels. Yeah. How are your stress levels?
So my stress levels have decreased significantly, I think, since I've handed over to the next person taking over my job. But and as I've noticed in the past, just when I think I'm getting better, if something happens, it's automatically a 5 or a 6 on the scale
Yeah.
because of the history of so much stress.
Yeah.
So I'd really like to use the time between now and the start of my next job to try and have some good stress management strategies implemented.
Okay. And how long is it between? So you've recently handed over. This was a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
A week ago. Yeah.
Okay. And your stress levels have already come down.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So when you start your next job,
probably the start of February.
so we've got December, January, December. So we've got 2 months.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a perfect time to implement both a fitness, physical training program, as well as start trying some. I've got a 7-day diet or a program here for you for your gluten intolerance. I'll see if this can assist in elevating your energy levels and decreasing your stress as well. So just coming back to your stress levels, what percentage is it personal and professional?
It was probably 60% professional and 40% personal up until a week ago.
Okay.
And now the main one would be personal.
Okay.
Yeah.
But still they're coming down?
Yes.
Okay. So as a result of your stress levels coming down, what are your current sleep quality and quantity like?
That is really unpredictable. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that is an issue.
Always unpredictable? Has it always been?
No.
Okay. How long?
So it just so once I'm asleep, like I can get to sleep most nights okay, but how long I actually stay asleep or if I toss and turn, it's just dependent on the night.
Okay. Is it always, or have you started to notice a pattern with anything that you're consuming or activities prior to winding down of a night that may preclude you from sleeping well?
So sometimes I think it is tied to food I eat.
Okay. Anything in particular? Or something sugary, for example?
Common.
Really?
Yeah.
Common.
I don't know. I just seem to that seems to have an effect on me.
Okay. Okay.
I think it is also associated to my hormones,
Right.
so my period.
Yeah.
And that can influence sleep patterns as well.
But this hasn't always happened, has it?
Probably more regularly than not. Like, out of say 12 months, maybe 7 or 8 of them, I'd be able to pinpoint a couple of nights where I think it's hormone related. But I think this last year it's more stress than anything that's affecting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'd like to go through your sleep. Now, your digestive function.
Yeah.
When you've managed to have a gluten-free day.
Yeah.
What is your normal digestive function? Is it good?
Yes.
You're going to the bathroom?
Yeah.
You're not bloated?
No.
Normal every day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's only when there is gluten included in your diet that you get the bloating, the gas, the distended stomach?
Yes,
Okay.
sometimes, yeah.
All right. And does it matter how much gluten you eat?
Yes. So I noticed that if it's, if it was just a mouthful, I tend not to notice it. But if I had like a slice of bread or 2 slices of bread, it's like an accumulative
Quantity.
thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quantity. All right. Okay. Just let me have a quick look at your diet. Now, are you exercising at the moment?
I've just restarted.
Okay. That's great.
Yeah.
And what
so
are you
I probably
doing?
had a month off after my
Marathon.
last, after my half
Okay.
marathon. Did some intervals this morning, and I was planning to run 3 mornings with some description, maybe some weights or something following that, and then swim 2 mornings.
Okay. So 5 cardio sessions in total? That's a big commitment. Okay. Implementing or starting the physical training again will definitely assist in the quality of sleep.
Yeah.
It promotes natural endorphins, the release of your serotonin in your brain.
Yeah.
It will help your body recover and repair itself, as well as alleviate some of your stresses.
Yeah.
So it's very important to take time for you.
Yeah.
Very important.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful that you've finally got time to do that.
Yeah.
I'm more than happy to do up a PT program. I think I've actually got your PT questionnaire still, and we can look at doing up a PT program. What you need to do is try and look at, with your new job, how are you going to incorporate that into your new job?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you've been unable to train physically in this job with the extended hours and the stresses, what tools can you use now, because we've got 2 months, to permanently implement a training session? So there's some things you need to look at, whether it means not going straight to work first, going and training first, or training before work, or training on the weekend. Now that you don't have to train in a 7-day cycle, you can train in a 10-day cycle.
Yeah.
So you don't have to, or a 5-day cycle.
Okay,
Depends. Yeah. So your 10 days could be Monday to the following Friday.
Yeah.
So you can achieve those 5 cardio sessions and those 2 weight sessions in that 10 days.
Yeah.
And then you have 2 days off.
Yeah.
So you can play around with anything. Yeah. It doesn't just have to be a Monday to Sunday training session.
Yeah.
Okay. And the longer the micro training cycle, which are the smaller days, the more stability you've got as well, because it's a longer period. So if you don't train for 1 day, you've still got 10 days to pick that up again.
Yep.
Yeah. So a lot of people forget about that.
Yes. Yeah.
Now I've been over your 24-hour recall. So is this an honest? This was a typical day, yes. So a weekday. Yes. I know you've got a sweet tooth. And I know we've talked about your vegetable intake, and you did mention that the dietitian came back with a vitamin D deficiency.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Has there been anything that you've done to rectify that since you've got the results?
No.
Okay. So vitamin D is an essential vitamin that we need, and you're a nurse.
Yeah.
It's synthesized by the body, so we need that sunlight. I can't speak to you about supplements. That's something that the dietitian could cover with you.
Yeah.
But I know you've got the vitamin deficiency.
Yeah.
However, it is coming into summer, and your job hours have just changed.
Yeah.
Okay, so that could alleviate the vitamin D deficiency.
Yeah.
With your program, you're definitely getting enough protein, which is great. Adding or incorporating some herbs and vegetables and salads, just a side salad.
Yeah.
And some greens will give you your vitamin C's, your vitamin E's. So you've got some nuts there. Okay, so with your program that I've done up, your 7-day program, I know last time I spoke to you, you wanted a little bit more variety with breakfast because you're having toast. Or you're having quinoa last time as well.
Yeah, so in winter I tend to eat quinoa as a warm, like a porridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've put in here, so I've kept with the quinoa.
Yeah.
Okay, but with some refrigerated Greek yogurt and seasonal berries. Berries are quite cheap at the moment.
Yeah.
And high in water content and high in vitamin C. Okay.
Yeah.
Veggie frittatas, no gluten. Very easy to make as a slice as well on a Sunday, so you can make a zucchini slice.
Nice.
And then that's easy to pack. Quinoa, banana, blueberry, and walnut muffins. I'll give you the recipe for that one.
Yes, please. Yeah.
And then you've got your 2-egg omelette. So remember, these days are interchangeable. It doesn't have to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yep.
So if your 2-egg omelette, time consuming, you've got to get Isabel to school.
Yep.
When you've got Isabel, you've got to get to work as well. And ideally, in the perfect world, you'd be exercising before work or during work. So that could be a Saturday, as well as the buckwheat hotcakes.
Yum. Sounds very nice. Yeah.
Okay. These the nuts, the inclusion of the nuts.
Yep.
I really want to replace your cottage cheese and your peanut butter snack with some nuts, no peanuts, almonds, walnuts, pecans, macadamias, and then your sunflower and pumpkin seeds, because they're really high in vitamins and minerals.
Yeah.
Okay. They're packed with good fats.
Yeah.
So the vitamin E that's available in most nuts, we cook with a lot of olive oils, and your macadamia oils, and some other oils are really high in vitamin E. But the minute you add temperature to that, you increase the temperature, your vitamin E is gone.
Yeah.
So did you already know that?
No, I had heard something similar. Yeah.
So we think that we're getting all the perfect vitamin E, which is great for repairing our immune system, and we're not at all, because we're cooking with it.
Yep.
Okay. So including, and you can make a little trail mix.
Yep.
That's handy, and it's filling as well.
Yep.
Okay. Your cottage cheese and your peanut butter aren't high in vitamins and minerals. They're filling. They're really filling, and by all means have it a few times a week if you want, because I know that is so filling.
Yeah.
But if you add a side salad to your dinner and your lunches, like a big green leafy salad with some red cabbage, so a handful of... Do you?
Unless it's in coleslaw.
Oh, homemade coleslaw. Why don't you make a homemade coleslaw?
Yeah.
And the filling, the plant fibre that you're going to get from that will counteract the cottage cheese. Because remember, fibre, our body doesn't process or break down fibre. It just uses it to pass everything through. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Beautiful.
So look, there's some small changes.
Yeah.
And I'd love you to have a look over this. I know you made a comment before that you don't like tuna.
Yep.
I'll definitely take out the tuna. But what we'll do is today I'd love to set 3 goals and add, because of that, you're burping regularly, heartburn and nausea, I would love to add your apple cider vinegar. Perfect.
Yep.
First thing in the morning. Okay, just a tablespoon.
Yep.
A little bit of water.
Yep.
Go for it.
Okay.
Okay, it brightens up your skin, your eyes, it aids in digestion. I'm going to try it as well. Okay, and we'll talk about it at your next consultation. Okay, so from today, the goals, I'd like to make just some small changes, something that's easier.
Yep.
So increase vegetable intake. Okay, I've given you easy ways of including vegetables per day. So a side salad is one of the easiest. You can make up a big batch of that and just tong some into a tiny container, probably a big container. Your omelettes as well, and adding casseroles, frittatas, vegetarian quiches, all that type of stuff, including, and don't necessarily pre-cook the vegetables. So your broccolis and stuff, you lose a lot of nutrients the more you cook them. So hence why people eat raw food. Okay. If you want to try and just cook them once, you don't need to cook them twice. Variety. So I've got some recipes in there, www.greatest.com, great recipes.
Nice.
For slices, muffins, quiche, pulled pork. It's really simple stuff that's going to last a few days, so it's cost effective. Isabel will be able to eat it as well. Okay. And it's just something that you can have in the fridge and take to work. Okay. And your consistency with your fitness program. Work has abated for you. This is a perfect opportunity to get a good routine going so that you are at your best possible version of you when you start your new job.
Yeah, sounds good.
Is there anything else that you'd like to change?
No, I think once I start doing some of it, then I'll know what's working and what isn't, or what I'm having issues implementing, and I'll be able to discuss them with you further.
I've written down here I had a concern with your iron as well.
Mhm.
Do you eat much red meat?
Not usually, no.
Okay, all right. Even more reason for us to try and get some of those green leafy vegetables in us that are high in iron, plant-based, non-hemi iron.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
And that could alleviate your fatigue levels or your energy levels as well.
Mhm.
And again, these are implementations that we can slowly make us here today,
Yeah.
and then you can take them back to your dietitian and say, hey, I've tried these, this worked, no, this didn't work, which could point your dietitian further into, making other decisions or diagnoses.
Yeah.
Was there anything that you would like to add to the goals?
No, I think that that
2,
covers,
3.
The things that I wanted to do, as in with stress and sleep. I think that'll all, and then work out, and they'll all support those that goal. So.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'll give you. You've got the handouts on how to include herbs and the benefits of some of the herbs.
Yes.
There's some in there. So garlic helps with inflammation. Ginger aids in digestion. Just have a look through them. There's nothing wrong with throwing some dried herbs, or preferably fresh, into a salad as well. So coriander. People either love or hate coriander. Making a little salsa. Again, whatever's easiest for you will work. So if Isabel or yourself don't like stuff, or it takes too long to prepare, then it's not going to work. So you need to let me know, and we'll make some changes.
Lovely.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So here's the program.
Be great.
So we'll change out the tuna. You don't eat much fish. Fish are really rich in our omegas 3, 6s, and 9s.
Fingers.
I strongly encourage you to search out alternatives. But if fish fingers are something that is widely accepted by your family,
the frozen fish in the packet, that's okay.
That's okay.
Because I can do that. I'm just not very good at cooking fish.
Okay. Grilled fish is wonderful. So just even from a deli, grabbing some fresh. Look for they're quite sneaky. So you want it to be fresh, caught, and not frozen. Some of these fish are farmed. Speak to the delicatessen guy and say, what is the best fresh fish? So basa is quite cheap, but it comes from not very clean waters. So you are what you eat. Fish eat the clean water, not clean water. Frozen is a great option. The less ingredients on a packet, the better. So just to have a look at the ingredients first, make sure there's no added sodium, no added sugar, and you're looking for things like your corn starches and your MSGs that you don't want to be in there. Okay, but if it's just literally frozen fish, go for it, because it's easy. Okay.
Lovely.
Well, ma'am, Amy, I'd love to see you again in 2 weeks. I was thinking, so I'd like to give you enough time to have a look over this, discuss this with Isabel as well, because it's only going to work if you're both on board. And then maybe in 2 weeks' time, just before you go out to Cairns, just before annual leave, we'll reassess your energy levels, your stress, your sleep.
Sounds good.
And your measurements as well.
Good.
Okay.
Lovely. Thank you.
Beautiful.